So today's plan is to go to the library and get started on tomorrow's exam. So for the past 2 years, I've been using my iPad to write everything. So there isn't any stationery left for me to write tomorrow's exam. So I need to get those first. So I just came to the supermarket to get those. I got everything what I need, but still there's one thing left. Snacks, of course. During exams, this thing is like a national drink for our college. It sustains us all through the nighters. Almost 2 weeks with Sims, and I had a lot of work. Sorry I couldn't upload. So with midsems, I thought it would be interesting to cover that topic of 5 mistakes I made while studying for exams in college. So quickly, let's dive into the video. Number 1, leaving everything to the night before the exam. We apparently have a lot of confidence that we can complete everything in one night. Wrong. I suggest start a month before for midsims or 1.5 month before for compre. That's actually the most common mistake I made, and I still haven't learned it. I have done the same thing for this exams as well. So can't really say I've done better. Number 2, open book exams are always tougher than closed book exams. Like, just because you have access to your textbooks, notes and slides and everything else doesn't mean you can actually solve the questions. They are damn difficult. Rarely you can actually solve the questions. Closed book exams you can actually solve the questions, but open books, just study for open book exams as if they are closed book exams and just hope for the best, because 90% of the people who actually think open books are easier will not study. So you'll be doing better than them. Since it's relative grading in bits, that's what I did. Number 3, it's kind of controversial. Number 3, it's kind of controversial, but I think studying with music is extremely overrated. I usually end up going to my playlist and just vibing with the songs, and nothing is going in my brain when I actually study. So what do you think about that? Just leave it in the comments below. Number 4, similarly controversial, studying in the library is actually quite difficult. There are plenty of people roaming around. I think my happy place is my room. There's nobody around and it's completely silent. That's how I study. Maybe different for you, but I use library for mostly if there are other people who are studying with me or friends. If there is any sharing of ideas or something like that, then I use a library. But majority of the time I just go there, collect the book, come back, read, go there, like deposit and come back. That's it. I don't sit and study there most of the time. It never really worked out. I've tried multiple times for the first year. But number 5, this is also a quite common mistake I make, is knowing the theory doesn't give you answers in exams, except for the theory questions. But writing notes and learning the theory is not the final part. You need to practice problems, hundreds of problems. That's one mistake I have done in my second year, and I have regretted much. Later on I corrected it, but yeah, I suggest you do considerable amount of problem solving. Theory doesn't give you answers. The theory doesn't guarantee you answers. And here's a bonus mistake I made. Number 6 is don't ever pull an all-nighter. That's absolutely useless. Get a proper sleep, 6 to 8 hours the night before the exam, because that will keep your mind fresh during the exam. I myself have pulled multiple all-nighters and screwed up in the exam because you're half asleep, your mind doesn't work properly, you can't solve problems. Like right after coming to the exam, it strikes that, like, yeah, you know that question, you didn't do anything, man. And one more thing is, like, when you pull an all-nighter, your motivation to study ends around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Then you have like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and you get tempted, you can sleep that time and wake up and write the 9 o'clock exam or something like that. Don't ever do that. I have missed one exam like that, and I screwed up my grade in that. So that 3 hours is a trap. You'll not be able to wake up properly. You'll be completely disoriented. At least that's what happens for me, but I don't know, everybody's metabolisms are different. But for me, if I sleep for 3 hours, I wake up with a headache and completely disoriented. Yeah, that's it for today's video. I will be continuously posting. I will continue posting from now on. Exams are done, so yay! And Formula 1 has begun. The season has begun. So that's where the next video will be about. So please like, share, subscribe. And that's all for today. Peace.